Hey guys, how you doing? It's been a while. Sorry about the big gap in videos, but been a lot going on around here. My divorce is final, so I'm single again. Been out dating, seeing women. So anyway, I did play Medieval Dynasty quite a bit. I got about 120 hours, 100 hours in it. And so I'm going to do a game review. I don't think I'm going to do any tips and tricks or new player guide or anything for this game because I don't think it needs it. But Medieval Dynasty, let's take a look at it. This will allow me to show off my Samsung Evo Plus SSD. Basically, Medieval Dynasty is a builder game. It's a survival builder game. And it does that very well. Okay. And so as you can see, I think it's pretty. I'm getting 88 frames per second. Now I'm playing at 1440p. Let me see here. Let me show you my settings. Everything's on ultra, so I got the 144 frame limiter on. That's not checked. Interesting. Let's check it. Set changes. It doesn't say anything. So, the game has run very well on the technical side. I have no crashes, few if any hiccups, stuttering, that kind of thing. You can see the pop-in isn't really that severe. Now, I got a new video card. I have a 3080. It's my Christmas and birthday present to me. I couldn't afford a 3080, but I had built up so many points on my MasterCard, or Visa MasterCard, whatever, same, that I had enough to basically cover the cost of a 3080. So anyway, here we go. This is the village that I've been working on. And some may say, "Oh, wow, that many hours, and that's as far as you reached." Quite frankly, it's because I lost interest. Sorry to say. And so in this game, you're primarily trying to stay alive. You have to eat, you have to drink, you have to keep bathed. And you build these houses. You build structures, not just houses, right? And so that's my house. This is my old hunter's lodge. I'm letting it degrade right now because, frankly, I don't care. But the gameplay loop is essentially go out, chop down trees, hunt animals, and picking up sticks and stones. And oh my god, are you going to be picking up sticks and stones? In this particular case, sticks and stones can hurt you because boy does it get old. And yes, I know you can automate that to a certain degree, but you can't. Okay? You're gonna wind up collecting sticks. You're gonna wind up picking stones. And so you build, and as you build, you get technology XP, and that unlocks higher level buildings, which require higher level consumables. Early on, you can get away with logs and sticks and stones, but eventually you need planks, which means you need a woodcrafter. Well, gotta make a woodcrafter. Okay, great. How do I get a woodcrafter? Well, You come running in here. Let's see here. That's inspector mode. There we go. Haven't played in a while. I've been playing Elden Ring. I'll do a review on that here pretty soon. Okay, so you come into town and you'll see this little hangout fire pit thing, not the inn. And when they have a little people thing next to them, that means you can recruit them to your village. Okay? Fine, you recruit them to your village. One way you can... Where did I put my tab button? I guess I didn't. Yeah, that's right. I stole that bow. That's right, I stole it. I stole it. You come over here to management, and here's all your people. Okay? And you can see this lady had a baby. This is one of my hunters, lumberjacks, and all that good stuff. And it shows you where they are. Alright, here's all my buildings. Okay. So, when you recruit a new villager, they need someplace to stay. Okay? And then they need a job. And so here's the field management system. I don't have any animals. And so, yeah. Now, the way this game keeps you busy is by not telling you stuff. Okay? You have to figure everything out for yourself. Some people would say, well, this game doesn't hold your hand. And to a certain extent, I can agree with that sentiment, that excessive hand-holding is a bad thing. You know, constantly giving people a little compass point and to tell them to go do something, that can be lame. It can definitely take away from... Oh, by the way, this is... You have to come out here. You can drink here. You can drink at your well. And from your well, you can make water skins. I keep doing the wrong thingy-dingy. So if I come over here... There's my water skins. There's my food. You have all kinds of different food. There's cooking. Okay, there's quite a bit of cooking. There's so you can like... But again, they don't tell you anything. And so you come here for the first time. You have to have a torch to light the campfire. And then you can come in here and you can cook some meat. Why can't we have some meats? And you see they use this circular thing, and well, many of these I don't use. I just haven't bothered. I keep thinking I'm playing Elden Ring. Sorry. And then here's the roasted meat, and you can click on it and it'll tell you +6 food. So here's my food, health, water. This is your temperature gauge. Keep an eye on that. And now we have a little bit more food. Okay? It's pretty straightforward, and it's fine. It's fine. It's a perfectly workable survival system. Yeah, this really annoys me. This just drives me crazy. My field is so just bonkers, and I couldn't figure out how to get the field straight. And this just bugs the hell out of me. It just sets off my what would you call it? My OCD. I mean, I can't stand that these... Basically, if it wasn't so tedious, I'd start over just to fix the fields. I'm not kidding. So, once you've built a building, like say you got this... Here's my woodcutter. You have to come here, and from here, you have more options. Okay? And so this is where you allocate if they're looking for logs, sticks, firewood, planks, right? And you have to provide them tools, which the game tells you that, but you have to drill down into it Does it show you here? Axe. Yeah, there we go. They have to have an axe. Okay. So you got to look for it. And if you miss it, you could have your lumberjack working, and then you'd be like, why don't I have any wood? Because what the game doesn't tell you, you need to build these resource storage facilities. And this is where your logs, I don't have a ton of logs, and your planks, I got enough planks. But if you take a look at my stick supply, I'm pretty sure I went through picking up a lot of sticks. And so that's that, right? Okay. So if you wanted to build something new, you would come over to some place. And it's really hard to tell where you can and can't build. You know, I would have never guessed that I could build there. And so you come here and you hit Q. You can build fences and gates, furniture, make roads. Handcrafting is where you make, oh boy, you make your wood spear. And let me tell you something. You're going to be using a lot of wood spears early game. So make 2 or 3, okay, at least. And you come to the house, and you go here. I haven't quite unlocked that one yet. I'm still working on my technology. So you click on that, and you can see it won't place there because the terrain's too even. It's good that they give you that feedback and tell you why you can't place there. So that's cool. And you can rotate thusly. Well, that's annoying. But I saw it turn green over here. Yeah, it has to turn green. I saw it turn green earlier. Now it won't turn green. Why won't you turn green? Ah! There we go. Had it. Okay. Well, if I wanted to, I could build right there. But I'm not going to. And you get credit for that, but you have to be careful because every time you build a new house, your taxes go up. And every year, you have to pay taxes. I haven't found them to be prohibitively expensive. I've been really proactive on figuring out what recipes I can make that produce the most money, like wooden spears and leather bags. Dried meat seems to be. I had an absolute surplus, a huge surplus of meat. Why can't we get some meats? You can see where's mine. You have a non-consumable and a, well, wait. What is this one called? This is where my food goes. Food storage. Yeah, well, there we go. Food storage. Hit the nail on the head there. And I have 145 meat, right? Which is plenty. Now, to dry the meat, you go to your hunter's shack, which this is my hunter's shack too. And you come bebopping in here. And you can dry meat. I'm just going to dry one. Okay. Dried meat. There's dried fish. I haven't bothered with the fish. Maybe that's been a mistake. I don't know. But I've gotten plenty of food here. And, once again, I keep thinking I'm in Elden Ring. And so come back over here, sort by food. There's my dried meat. You can see it gives me 5 food. So not quite as much as the cooked, but it lasts longer. Food spoils in this game. You can see they're 100%. Those start to degrade. But we can look at this pottage, which I make from meat and cabbage. I found cabbage really easy to farm. That's 30, so we'll go boom. And you see our food meters went up there. All right. Now, another major time sink is going to be hunting. You're going to be hunting a lot, okay? And so I'm going to sneak over here. Shoot and skin a duck. At least that's the plan. Now the hunting, with the wooden spears can be very frustrating. And then once you get your first bow, oh boy, talk about quality of life improvement. Now, speaking of bows and weapons and stuff, dang it. Okay, yes, you can retrieve this little ducky duck. Just gotta get it right over his body, and it should pop. See, there it goes. Oh, I don't have a knife on me, but you can skin that. You'll get feathers, you'll get fur from other animals, you'll get hide, leather from deer, and all of that can be used. And so like these reeds, you have to pick those, and you know, whatever. Am I still sneaking? I was still sneaking. So you hunt, you can fish. Exploration is really, really important. I strongly recommend you get out there and sneak around, because oh boy, do you need to explore. Okay? And the game has... I keep hitting the wrong keys. You have skills. The skill tree is very simplistic. Okay? It's not bad. It's just simple. You can see you have, I always max out extraction knowledge first. Then you have like 5% chance to find extra items while digging in clay pits. So lower, it tells you what it does, right? Say, I want this. That would be really nice. And so that's extraction. Here's hunting. I've been trying to get better at. And what they've done is they have hidden, like if you come over here, oh, extraction. All right, fine. But look, mule. There's your carry weight. Okay. Farming. You wouldn't expect this, but this is your riding. So your mounts, I haven't gotten a mount yet, but I know how to get it. And so your mount, your riding skills are over in farming. And diplomacy, I haven't messed with that too much. I probably should. Now survival is the easiest to level up. It really is. And you can look down here. Here's your damage mitigation. You will occasionally come across bandits. They have a ridiculously large aggro range, but they're really easy to kill. Very easy. They're not even remotely so here's the skill system. It's very simplistic, but it works, you know. And so that's the game in general. And I have to say, early on, what the game does is it doesn't tell you how the different systems work. And it doesn't explain to you how to, like, I didn't understand the male-female interactions that would go on automatically. And so basically you build a house. You can essentially only put 2 people in the small one. Okay? And you have to keep them together as a family unit. And so you have to be careful how you recruit the different sexes. You put a man in there, then you assign a female to that house. They will eventually fall in love, and she will eventually get pregnant. And she will have a baby. And so, like, this lady had a baby. And so they need 3 beds. This kid has to grow up. Okay? The way that works, if you look up at the top, that tree, it has... That's the season we're in. So when it's bright yellow, that's summertime. And what that means is you get 3 days. Okay? So 3 day-night cycles, and then you're done with summer. Then you go to fall. 3 day-night cycles, and you go to winter. 3 day-night cycles, and then the year's over, and you're gonna have to pay your taxes after that. Then you go to spring. So it's basically 12 days to a year. Okay. You have to be Johnny on the spot with getting ready for what you can plant in the winter, in the spring, in the summer, in the fall. And you have to be aware. You hire these women, you assign them to a job, they get pregnant, they have a baby, they're done for 2 years. They can't do their job for 2 years. I didn't know that. That was a major kick in the head for me. I don't want to get into the politics of unequal pay and, you know, maternity leave and all that stuff that has a bearing on modern day life. I'm just saying, in the game, hiring women to do an important job in this game can cause you problems, because if she's your lumberjack, your only lumberjack, and she gets pregnant and has a baby, and then you don't realize that, all of a sudden your wood output drops to 0 because she's going to stay home for 2 years to raise that kid. As someone should. One of the parents should stay home with the kid and raise them. I agree with that completely. It doesn't have to be the woman. I did it. I did it for 18 years. So I have a very liberal view when it comes to, you know, which sex should stay home with the children. It just should be whoever's available and wants to do it. Right? Okay. So, don't go jumping on me for being a misogynist. I'm not trying to be a misogynist here. I'm just saying, you're going to lose her for 2 years. The game doesn't tell you that. The game doesn't tell you a lot of things. It doesn't explain a lot of these systems. And so, I think that's how they get their hours out of you, is you having to figure out these systems. And that's fine. But unfortunately, once you've figured out the systems, and you've figured out how things work, it gets kind of boring. Okay? You're out here picking up sticks. Once you learn to hunt well, the hunting isn't really fun anymore. I'm not going to say it's unfun, but there's just not enough here, you know? And once I figured the systems out, and once I got the buildings up, and I saw where my time was going to be spent, I just lost interest. The game is, wait for it, too chill. And this particular time in my channel, it's going to be funny, because this chill versus unchill, or chill versus hectic gameplay, hint hint, it's going to come up again here pretty soon. This game has almost no combat. There's very little combat in this game. There's very little tension in terms of staying alive. You just have to keep yourself fed, keep yourself warm, keep yourself cool when in the summer and warm in the winter. And the game will just keep going. Now you need an heir, because eventually you're going to get old and die. But that doesn't seem to be a problem, because right now I have a quest to tell my wife, hey, let's have a kid. And then my understanding is she'll get pregnant. And then she'll produce a child, and I'll have an heir. Although I'm thinking I need a bigger house so I could have two kids. And I'm beginning to realize the mistake of building these small houses, because you're not population neutral. You need the bigger house so that 2 people can produce 2 offspring, so that your population doesn't go down in terms of demographics. So, for me, this game's a 5. I'm sorry. I really wanted to love it. I really wanted it to be the next Valheim. But Valheim is a far, far superior game to this. There's tension in Valheim. The combat matters. The death penalty hurts. But you don't just do combat in that game. It's about a 50-50 split. In this game, it's about a 95, not 5. You're only going to spend 5, maybe 10% of your time hunting, and because you're going to come back to town, and suddenly they need axes, they need knives, they need this, they need that, and so you have to go pick up sticks and whatnot. Now there are ways to automate that, but quite frankly, it's a pain in the butt. So yeah, for me, Medieval Dynasty, 5 out of 10. I just can't give it a higher mark, because after a while, and it's just gonna get, it just gets boring for me. Now maybe you don't care. Maybe you just want a chill survival town builder. Then this is the game for you, without a doubt. If you could care less about combat, if you could care less about that the hunting remains challenging and interesting all throughout, then this is the game. And it's making me sleep because I went on too long. Thank you, my lord. Okay. Oh, 200. Agnes works 3% left. Well, I'm glad I got a choice on that one, game. Thank you very much. So anyway, 5 out of 10, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope the description of the game can help you make up your own damn mind if Medieval Dynasty is right for you. I got it on sale for like 12 bucks. So it's hard to argue with $12 and almost 100 hours of entertainment. But the reason I give it a 5 out of 10 is because it's not the kind of game I'm going to play over and over and over again. I'm not going to come back to it and try it again. I feel like I've figured it out. I know what's there. I have enough experience playing these games to know that this just isn't the long-term game for me. Maybe it is for you. I hope so. I mean, as you can see, it's pretty. The graphics get the job done, and they run very nicely. I haven't had any crashes. I haven't encountered any bugs. Maybe you'd want to give them a 6 out of 10 for that. Okay, whatever. But that's what I think. That's my opinion. Like, subscribe, and share. Tell your friends. It's a really small channel. I'm really struggling for content right now because there's hardly any games I'm interested in playing. But leave a comment below. Just, don't be a jerk. And I'll see you next time.